Hi, this is Kurt Orloff again. I'm in my coveralls. I'm on an oil rig. And today I want to talk about the importance of oil. I'll start off with military history. East Texas oil won World War II. East Texas oil caused World War II. FDR cut it off from Japan. Japan had no other source of oil, so it decided it was going to take Dutch oil in Indonesia, and it wanted to first eliminate the U.S. Navy so it would have the ability to conquer Indonesia, and which is exactly what happened. And Germany lost World War II because it didn't have oil. Too late in the game, it found out that it just didn't have enough oil, and they initiated an operation called Cos Blue to attack the oil fields in the Caucasus, but it was too little, too late. They were in the process of losing Stalingrad, and they just did not have the ability to traverse that much land, and they had to call it off. And Rommel lost in North Africa at El Alamein, and because he did not have enough oil. It was a constant thorn in their side. They had synthetic oil, and one of the mistakes the United States did, we bombed a lot of ball bearing plants rather than just concentrate on Pelisti. That's in Romania. That's a major source of German oil refining. We lost. It was very bloody, but we could have did it more intensely than we did. But Germany lost the war. German transportation was mostly by horse, and far more. They lost 1 million horses, and we only had like 20, maybe 20 panzer divisions. They weren't this big mobile juggernaut. They just did not have the oil, and Patton was slowed up in his race to the Rhine and just absolutely stopped for a month because he ran out of oil. He even told his soldiers to steal the oil of neighboring units. Red Ball Express had to arrive all the way from Normandy. Antwerp wasn't up and running as a port. But that's just in the military operation. China, main problem with China is very is jeopardized now because it doesn't have enough oil. It did it till the year 2000, but the Chinese economy grew so much that it does not have anywhere near the oil it needs to satisfy its demand. I think China imports more oil than any other country, and as a weakness, the Strait of Malacca. We cut off the Strait of Malacca, China will be gone in a month, and they know it. And they're probably going to go to war against Russia, because Russia took Manchuria from China, and during the weak Qin, I think it's Qin dynasty, and the Russian Empire did that, and China wants it back. China pretending like the whole South Seas is theirs, and then built artificial islands. Well, I drilled in the South Sea. I was there. I worked a job off Vietnam 3 years ago, and that's South China Sea. And I worked off Sarawak and Sabah, which is Malaysia. It's Borneo, northern Borneo, but Malaysia owns it, in the South China Sea, and China's claiming it for itself. It has absolutely no legal right to do that. They build artificial islands. So it's pretty serious. China is a massive weakness. The lack of oil is a massive weakness for China, and India does not have anywhere near the oil it needs, and that's why its economy is like, I don't know, 1/5 the size of China's economy, because it just does not have the oil. And I worked off India too, in Bombay High, but it's not enough oil. India's not having, so it has to import a lot of oil. It's importing a lot of oil right now from Russia. That's why it's neutral in the Ukrainian war. You know, Russia's a bad guy. Russia invaded another country. They're the bad guys, but India needs the oil. You can compromise your morals real quick if you need oil. That's what India's doing. And China's pretending to be an ally of Russia. But it's got its eye on eastern Manchuria, which they believe is oil. And it's also got the Lake Baku, deepest lake in the world, and which was also Chinese there for a little bit. If they want Taiwan, say Taiwan's theirs. Well, Lake Baku in eastern Manchuria was there. Not communist, but it was China's once. So when time is right, they're going to go after it. So there'll be an animosity between China and Russia over resources. I think almost every war is fought over resources, but this is an introduction to the oil industry, which is the second leading source of liquid on this planet, and it is definitely a resource. So you can directly relate to the wealth of a country by how much oil it has, and unfortunately, countries become rich when they're able to create tertiary products. They produce the end product. Countries that produce the end products become rich. Countries that provide the raw material stay poor. They're the ones that get colonized. And Russia is bizarre, because Russia is just a gas station with an army. Russia really hasn't developed tertiary industries. There's no great Russian car. There's no great Russian auto industry. Aeroflot is even worse than it normally is with these sanctions. You don't even want to fly Aeroflot. Russia has nothing to offer except a lot of oil. It has as much oil as Saudi Arabia, just less than Venezuela. And why isn't Venezuela rich? Well, that's a discussion for another day. Okay, well, thank you, and I hope you learned something and enjoyed this. I'll go on elaborating on this later. Thank you.